Good morning. Thanks for joining me here on the back deck and making a video for the Republican Party. They asked me if I'd make a video. I'm Joe Heward and I'm running for county commissioner. They wanted me to tell a little about myself. Well, start out with the most important thing to me, my family. I have a wonderful wife. She's ran a business here in Lincoln County for about 26 years and put up with me for about 35. I'm also grateful that I have four wonderful kids. I'm blessed to have two of them live here in Lincoln County, one in Cameron, one in Afton. And then I have three grandsons. They're all healthy and happy and busy. They're fun to be with. I've worked for Lower Valley for 31 years. I was a high voltage lineman, been a supervisor there. I learned great things there on how to run a business and keep costs down and really low. I also have learned by being on the town council for about 15 years on how to spend your money wisely, how to get things done, how to go in front of the state and get projects completed, and how to keep things affordable. I have a strong belief that if you paid for things as your tax dollars, you should be able to use them. Shouldn't be able to be cost a lot. The questions I have for us, get to those, so it's a short video. If there's any number one question, are there any planks of Wyoming Republican Party that you disagree with? And if so, why? And if not, do you feel the state party platform is important? Well, I'm going to start at the bottom. I do think the party platform is important. I think it's really important that we send the information on to the state representatives and our Congress here in the state and the governor that they know what we want as Republicans here in the Valley, here in our area. I think Lincoln County needs to let people know these are the things that are important to us as a Republican Party. Do I disagree with them? Yeah, there is one I disagree with. I can't understand why we think we ought to go back to hand counting ballots. I feel like our voting thing, I want to make sure that their integrity and every vote counts, but I don't think we need to step back from technology. I also want to recognize that our county clerks and our elected officials, they do an amazing job. They work long hours, they follow strict protocols, and they take responsibility of the public very seriously. Their professionalism and dedication is a key reason why Wyoming elections are trusted and they run smoothly. My goal is simple: secure, transparent, and accurate and trusted elections. It's important that it be based on evidence what works for Wyoming and what we can do. Each vote counts, but I don't think Wyoming has a major problem with this. So sometimes I'm afraid we're wasting some of our representatives and senators' time with things like this that's not really an issue here in Wyoming. Second question they had is, what do you think are the most important issues facing our nation, state, or county? Well, I think it has to do with spending the tax dollars wisely, making sure we're not overtaxed, and enabling our kids to have the American dream, to buy a house, to be able to have a good job. And I think as far as the nation and the state go, if I do a good job here in Lincoln County, that benefits both. If we make it able to have it so our kids can be here, but I also think it's important to make sure that we spend our tax dollars wisely and get property taxes and stuff under control. Because once you have that American dream and have a home, I don't think you should be taxed out of it and be displaced because of the taxes, make you move out of your home or really adjust your lifestyle just so you can afford to stay here. How do you plan on addressing those issues? I plan on addressing those issues is the final questions they asked. I plan on addressing them by spending your tax dollars wisely, looking at our budget. I think I've done that with the town of Thane. We've spent our money extremely wisely. We have some savings. We've upgraded our community center multiple times, made sure things are accessible and they get used. We've developed a great rec program. We've worked on a lot of different programs here. And I believe that by doing the things that are important, making sure the services that you have or need are available. We need to work as our county, be able to make sure that you have an ambulance that shows up when you call 911. I served on the ambulance crew, so I have firsthand knowledge of how that works. I also think that I'll be able to do this by guaranteeing that transparency. You'll see what's going on in the meetings. I don't have all the answers, and so I'd appreciate it when people watch the video, if they'll call me and say, make suggestions and give me ideas on how to fix things or things that we know. That's what's great about having Zoom meetings and having those broadcast live and then also recorded so you can see exactly what's going on in our county. And if you know something or you have some ideas, that we get to hear about them. That's how I'd like to do it. Again, I appreciate you joining me here on the back deck. We live in a great area, wonderful thing. Super excited about what's going on. I'd appreciate it if you came out and voted in August. Thank you. Have a great day.